As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the land, I found myself walking along the winding path that led to the old, abandoned mansion. The air was thick with an eerie stillness, and a shiver ran down my spine as I approached the looming structure. This was the place they called Whispers from the Shadows, a name that sent a chill through the hearts of those who dared to speak of it. The mansion had always been a source of mystery in the small town of Eldridge. It stood atop a hill, its dark silhouette a stark contrast against the fiery hues of the setting sun. Its windows were shattered, and ivy crept up the decaying walls, as if nature itself was attempting to claim back what had been lost to time. Legend had it that the mansion was cursed, a place where the echoes of the past reverberated through the corridors, carried by the whispers of those who had once lived there. As I stepped through the grand entrance, a wave of unease washed over me. The air was damp and heavy, the musty scent of old wood and decay clinging to every corner. I felt as though I was being watched, the weight of invisible eyes upon me. Ignoring the uneasy feeling, I ventured deeper into the mansion, my footsteps echoing through the empty hallways. It was then that I heard it, a soft, almost imperceptible sound, like the faintest whisper carried on a gentle breeze. I strained my ears, trying to make out the words, but they remained just beyond my grasp. The shadows seemed to dance around me, flickering and shifting as if they held a secret they were reluctant to reveal. I followed the whispers, guided by their ethereal melody. They led me through a maze of rooms, each one more dilapidated than the last. Dust motes floated in the air, catching the dying light and casting a surreal glow. My heart raced as the whispers grew louder, more distinct, and I could almost make out the words, a lament, a plea, a story waiting to be told. I entered a room that seemed to be untouched by time. Moonlight filtered through cracked windows, illuminating a grand piano that stood in the center of the room. Its keys were yellowed with age, but it was as if the instrument was waiting for someone to breathe life into its strings once more. The whispers crescendoed, and I felt a presence beside me, a faint outline taking shape. A figure appeared at the piano, its form translucent, its features indistinct. It was as if a ghost from the past had materialized before my very eyes. The figure reached out, its fingers hovering over the keys, and then it began to play. The music was hauntingly beautiful, a melody that tugged at my heartstrings and stirred emotions I couldn't put into words. The whispers grew stronger, weaving together to form a story of love and loss, of a life cut short and a promise left unfulfilled. The figure at the piano was a musician, a composer who had poured his heart and soul into his art, his heart and soul into his art. He had loved deeply. His music a reflection of his emotions, but his life had been tragically cut short, leaving his symphony unfinished. Tears welled in my eyes as the music swelled to a crescendo, the final notes hanging in the air like a poignant farewell. The figure turned toward me, its gaze filled with a mixture of sadness and gratitude. And then, as if carried away by a gentle breeze, it began to fade, its form dissolving into the shadows from which it had emerged. The whispers receded, their song now a mere echo in my memory. I stood alone in the moonlit room, a sense of awe and wonder washing over me. I'd been privy to a glimpse of the past, a connection between worlds separated by time. As I left the mansion and made my way back down the winding path, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had witnessed something truly extraordinary. The sun had long set by the time I reached the town of Eldridge, the darkness of night now enveloping the world around me. I looked back at the mansion one last time, its silhouette a haunting reminder of the mysteries it held. The whispers from the shadows had shared their story with me, a tale of passion and longing that transcended the boundaries of time and space. And as I walked away, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the brief and otherworldly encounter that had left an indelible mark on my soul.